Okay, so I thought I'd do a decode of Back to the Future 2. Um, I've been making videos about the guy Robert Burns who wrote the New Year's Eve traditional song, and he is the greatest Scot, or the Great Scot. So I thought of Back to the Future, and I've seen on Facebook a whole bunch of posts about Back to the Future Part 2 because they go to the future in 2015, and they made a bunch of articles about all the stuff they got wrong and whatnot. So I watched this movie to see if it had anything to do with anything. Anyway, so as I'm doing this today, I'm at work and I noticed that Stuart Scott died. He was like an announcer on Sports Center or on ESPN, and I don't know. I just Scott. He's a Scot, right? And well, that doesn't seem that interesting until you scroll down here and you read some of his movies, television show. The last thing that shows him on was called Black to the Future. It was a show on VH1 for Black History Month. But I mean, come on. I just have been talking about the Great Scott and whatever, and I literally was watching this movie last night. It's just a lot of information, and then this guy dies today, and he's on Black to the Future. That was kind of strange to me. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the actual movie here now. So, all right. First off, Back to the Future. If you add up all the letters, B is 2, A is 1, C is 3. Back to the Future is 176, which is 88 plus 88. So 8888. Also, the town that it's based in is Hill Valley. And if you add up Hill Valley, you get 118, or 11.8, which is 88 again. So right off the bat, they show you that the date is Saturday, October 26th. And on October 26th, there are 66 days remaining, and it's the 299th day. Now if you flip that over, that would be 66, 266. And I almost forgot here, before I get any farther, Michael J. Fox. If you add up his name, Michael J. Fox, you get 106. And that is 53 plus 53. And look how old he is. 53 years old. Even better, his middle name isn't J, it's actually Andrew Fox. And if you add up Michael Andrew Fox, you get 161. And look what year he was born in. 1961. So you got your 61, and then your 53 plus 53. And that's all in his name. And then right here in the background, it has his address, 9303. 9 plus 3 plus 3 equals 15. And they go to the future to 2015. And I'm not sure if I talked about some of this in the first decode of the first movie I did. But anyway, I'm just going to say it again. He has to refuel it, and he's using Miller High Life. And Miller was founded in 1855. So you got your 55, and to 2014 would be 59 years away. So you got 55, 59, 95, your triple fives, your double fives, all kinds of stuff. Miller was actually founded by Frederick Miller, who died on May 11th, which is 5/11 or 55, 1888. He was also born on November 24th, which there is 37 days left until the end of the year on November 24th. And then you got Biff right here wearing an Adidas jumpsuit. Adidas was founded by Adolf Dassler, and he died at age 77. And September 6th, there's, hold on, I can't remember, 116 or 119 days left. Yeah, there's 116 days left until the end of the year. So that is a 9/11 reference or a 66 reference. And Adidas was founded in 1949, which this year would be 66 years. So this is the date they go to the future in, October 21st, 2015 at 4:29 p.m. On October 21st, there are 71 days left until the end of the year. And 1971 is 44 years away from the year 2015. And then 4:29 p.m., if you do that as a date, 4:29, April 29th. April 29th is the 119th day of the year. So another 9/11 reference. Doc also says that it's a Wednesday, which is Odin's day, or Mercury, which is 88 again. And then as they're flying into town, they have a sign right here. It has a K and an L on it. K11, L12, that makes 23. Skull and Bones reference. Throughout the movie, there's like multiple 2 references and 5 references. I didn't even write them all down because I didn't realize it when I first started watching the movie, so I didn't start writing them down until later. But even right here, he tells Marty he has to get out and change his clothes, and he says, but it's pouring raining out. And then he looks at his watch and he says, wait 5 more seconds, and then the rain stops and Marty gets out. And then when the rain stops, Doc says, too bad the post office isn't efficient as the weather service. So I looked up going postal, just cause, I don't know, it had something to do with the post office. And you scroll on here and you find out that the first notable shooting was on August 20th, 1986. 14 employees were shot and 6 were wounded. And it was by Patrick Sherrill. I mean, look at the guns it says that he used. The M1911, it actually came out in 1911. And then a .22 caliber Ruger. And Ruger came out in 1949, which is 66 years ago. And wouldn't you know it, Patrick Henry Sherrill was born November 13th, 1941, which the 41 goes with the 88. And it was 73 years. Actually was still 73 years ago in 2014. So it'll be 74 this year. And he died when he was age 44. Really? So I scrolled down to the bottom of the wiki page here. It says, see also, list of postal killings. I mean, I could go through and talk about all the other people, but I'm not going to. But list of postal killings here. The first one listed, December 17th, 1926, which would be 88 years ago. I mean, come on. It also has Son of Sam here. It's a serial killer, and it says he worked for the Postal Service. And he used a .44 caliber killer. I mean, look at this picture here. His picture on here is from his mugshot from August 11th, 1977, or 8/11/88, 1977. He is 61 years old. 61, and you add 16, it's mirror, you get 77. It says he killed 6 victims and wounded 7 others by July, the 7th month of 77. I mean, and then after his arrest, and he was indicted for 8 shooting incidents. He confessed to all of them and claimed a demon that possessed his neighbor's dog had commanded him to kill. I mean, really? Now, this movie's also surrounded with, it has X's. Check. This movie's surrounded with a ton of X's as well. Like right here, you have X's. It's also on Doc's, the new DeLorean thing where he fills it with fuel. But there's X's throughout this movie everywhere. And the X represents Antichrist. It also represents time, like multiplication. 7x3 is 21 or something, So it It represents Antichrist and time. And this is 2015, and this year is 2015. I don't know if that's signifying that, it's the rise of the Antichrist this year or what, but it's pretty interesting. So much stuff has happened lately. And then it's in this movie, so. And then right here, Doc runs down to spy on Marty's son here in the future. And the little binoculars things that he uses has this on the bottom here, and it has 11. And then it shows Marty putting on a futuristic pair of Nikes. Alright, and then you read through Nike here, and it says, it employed more than 44,000 people. It was founded in 1964 as Blue Ribbon Sports, but it didn't become Nike until 1971. So there's your 71 again. 71 plus its mirror, 17 is 88. 71 from 2015 is 44 years. And let's check out Blue Ribbon Sports then. It was founded by Bill Bowerman, who was born in 1911, 9/11, and died on Christmas Eve of 1999, or 666. He also died at age 88. His initials are even BB, 8822. I guess we also know Nike is a Saturn reference. But the other guy who invented Blue Ribbon Sports was Phil Knight. And it says here that Forbes named him Knight the 43rd richest person in the world with an estimated net worth of $22.3 billion. 322-223. Now everyone's got to know Nike's slogan, "Just Do It." Look, when it came out. Dan Whedon, who coined the now famous slogan, "Just Do It," for a 1988 Nike ad campaign. So, "Just Do It" came out in 1988. And here's some of the future stuff they show. It said on this newspaper here, it says the Cubs win in 5. It says a Swiss terrorist attack. That's kind of interesting. And then the president says she's tired. So there's a woman president. It says Queen Diana something. So Princess Diana didn't die and she is the queen. Interesting considering that Queen Elizabeth II is 88 years old until April of this year. Then Marty sees the clock tower and it's stuck on 10:05. That's your 555 reference. Also, 10 and 5 is 15. So then it shows Jaws 19 coming out. And Jaws, the guy who wrote the book, Peter Benchley, he died 8 years ago on 2/11 or 1/12 or 22. If he was still alive, he would be 74 years old. Jaws, he wrote in 1974. It also says Jaws was on the bestseller list for some 44 weeks. Then they show Texaco in the future. And if you come here, Texaco was founded in 1901, which would be 114 years ago. That's 11444. Also founded by Joseph S. Cullinan, who died on 3/11/1937. So 33 or KKK, but 1937. Well, there's a ton of 3773s in this movie. Also some really significant other things as well that I'm going to make in the next video. I'll probably make 2 or 3 more parts. So anyway, have a great night. See you in part 2.